Hello everyone, this is Abhay. Today we'll be solving move zeros problem from Leetcode. So let's go through problem statement. Given an integer array nums, move all the zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of non-zero elements. Note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. Okay, so here are following constraints. Okay, so should do operation without changing the order of non-zero elements, and operation should be done in place. That is like this space complexity should be order of 1. These are two constraints. So idea is to do, we can start copying all the non-zero elements in the start of array, and then fill rest of remaining indexes with zeros. So my idea is to so let's take first example. Nums is 0 comma 1 comma 0 comma 3 comma 12. So here what I'm thinking, we should copy one, we should take two pointers. So first pointer will be I and second pointer will be j. By default I and j will be 0, and then we'll increase j by 1. So I will be at this index and j will be at this index. So what I want to do, I want to copy this element, jth element, at ith index. So initially like both elements are 0, but when we will check like num j is 0, we'll just increase j index. And if now this jth element is non-zero, then what we'll do, we'll copy jth element to the ith element and we'll increase value with 1. And this way, and again we'll keep increasing in j. So now j will be 3 and I will be 1, and instead of first element will be 3 instead of 1. So now I'll be 2, and then j will be 4, and this will become 12. And then after that, once like entire array is traversed, we'll fill rest of the array with zeros. So it's a two-pointer approach. We'll have better idea once like code is there. So let's write the code for this one. Initialize ing. So while j less than 0, sorry, not j less than 0, j less than nums dot size. Okay, nums dot size. Okay, and if nums j, let's check one constraint, like if it's in the range, okay, it can have negative elements. So this way what we can do, like we can check if num j is not 0, so zth element is not 0, then what we'll do, we'll just copy this element in ith element j, and we'll increase index with 1, I with 1, and in each iteration we'll keep increasing j, because that's like traversing entire array. So this pointer, the I pointer only goes through non-zero elements, and j pointer go through entire elements. So So this will so j, I will go till here in this example, but j will traverse entire array from here to here. So and after that, since currently our array will be like 1 comma 3 comma 12, then 3 12, so we need to fill the zeros last for last rest of them. So what I'll do, will initialize j again as a local variable with I value, and j less than, oh, here we are just filling like the rest of the element with 0 0. Okay, size j plus plus j. So now let's go through like example one again. So this array is 0 comma 1 comma 0 comma 3 comma 12. So initially I is 0, j is 0, and now both pointers are pointing at this element. Now we'll increase, and so let's try to go through the code. Since numj is not equal to 0, so j will be increased. So just let's increase j, and now j points to this element, so numj is 1. So this condition passed, so we'll copy like jth element into ith, and increase the value of I and in value of j in next step. So j is over here. Since num j is 0, nums j is 0, so we'll just increase only jth value. Okay, and then in next step, so now j is here, and I points to we haven't increased like I value previously, so I points to here, and j points to no, I points here. I is at index 1 and j as index 3, so that values are correct previously. Then since this is non-zero value, so we'll copy 3 over here and increase value of I and increase value with j with 1. Now again 12 is non-zero value, so since j is already 5, and now we'll copy 12 over here. Since now j is not less than length of nouns, so we exit from the loop, and then we start another loop, and I value is increased like previously when we are doing like this if statement. So I is 3 and j is 4. So what I'll do, and I, since I points like third index is this one, so we'll just loop through from 3 to 4 and increase this value. So we'll just loop through 3 to 4 and reset these values. So now will be like 0 0. So it looks good to me. Let's try to submit the solution. Just run the code and then we'll submit. Okay. Okay, so it's faster than 50% done solutions, and it uses only 19 MB memory, but space complexity is order of n, since we are doing everything in place. Order of 1, space complexity is order of 1, and time complexity is order of n. So let's write time and space complexity also. So time complexity is, so what we are doing, we are increasing, we are looping through entire array one time, so this will be order of n, and this in worst case, if all the elements are 0, we will be iterating through one time this array, but since they are not nested operations, so time complexity will be only order of n, and the space complexity will be Since we are not using any additional space, so space complexity will be order of 1. That would be it for this video. If you like the explanation, please like the video and please also subscribe the channel. Thank you. Bye.